At the end of Paradise Episode 4, the huge revelation came to light. Jane, the mercenary, wasn't in love with Billy as she had led everyone to believe. Instead, she was working for Sinatra. Billy, in his decision to go against Sinatra, underestimated her power. Billy had planned to tell Collins about everything Sinatra had made him do, but before he could, Jane spiked his drink, killing him. Now, let's dive into the events of Paradise Episode 5 to see whether Agent Collins was able to piece together the clues after learning about his best friend's tragic death. And just a heads up, this video contains major spoilers, so proceed with caution. From the start of the series, we could see that President Bradford wasn't truly happy. He had internalized so many poor choices, both in his professional life and personal relationships. The rift between him and his son, Jeremy, was especially painful. Even though Bradford tried his best to impress his father, Cain, nothing seemed to work. The weight of this unfulfilled life haunted him. In Paradise Episode 4, we learned that Sinatra had ordered Billy to eliminate the explorers who had gone to the surface to investigate the Earth's situation. She didn't want anyone finding out that there were survivors still out there, which was a dangerous secret. By Episode 5, it became clear that Bradford's position as president had limitations. He discovered that there were files he should have had access to, but they were denied to him. Using his father's biometric access while his father slept, Bradford was able to listen to crucial audio files from a surface mission. These recordings revealed shocking news. Although radiation levels were high, survivors did exist on the surface. This realization put Bradford's life in danger as he understood that if Sinatra would keep such important secrets from him, she would stop at nothing to ensure they stayed hidden. Before confronting Sinatra, Bradford quietly took notes, including coordinates mentioned in the files, and created a mixtape of audio clips. He knew that if anything were to happen to him, these clues would be key in exposing Sinatra and her deception. In Episode 5, we see that Robinson truly cared for President Bradford, and despite their complicated relationship, she had deep feelings for him. Bradford, often drunk and desperate, had made promises to Robinson that he couldn't keep, and this led to a breakdown in their relationship. When investigating Bradford's death, Robinson realized that the DNA evidence collected from the crime scene never made it to the lab. She knew only one person had the power to manipulate such evidence: Sinatra. Robinson eventually joined forces with Collins, and they began working together to expose the truth behind Bradford's murder. Though Jane put on an emotional act, crying and pretending to be innocent, Robinson and Collins discovered that Billy had been killed from a drug overdose, which wasn't accidental. Collins and Robinson soon realized that Billy's death wasn't a mistake, it was a murder. But the real challenge now was finding the evidence to prove it. On the night of Callery's death, Cain Bradford seemed to have seen Presley, but his memory was unclear. It's possible he mistook Presley for Robinson, given how often he confused his son Jeremy for Cal. But given Cain's role and the secrets he kept, it seems likely he truly saw Presley at the scene of the crime. Presley's involvement remained hidden, but after Callery's death, it was clear that she was frightened and didn't reveal what she knew. Could Presley have seen the killer or known something that could help solve the mystery? Her fear and secrecy about the night of the murder make it seem likely she was trying to protect herself from being exposed. Early in Episode 5, Collins notices something strange: a man repairing the street lamp right outside his house. Collins had a hunch that Sinatra was installing surveillance cameras to keep a closer watch on him, and by the end of the episode, he confirmed his suspicions. Sinatra had been watching Collins, knowing that he was getting closer to the truth. With the help of his neighbor Carl, who worked in the department responsible for the city's technological systems, Collins learned that Carl tampered with the system and flashed the words "they're lying to you" across the digital sky. The panic this caused made Sinatra realize that things were slipping out of her control. This move would certainly have major consequences for Collins and his family, but at least the truth was coming out. As Collins continued his investigation into the truth behind Callery's death, he was faced with numerous challenges. His suspicion about Sinatra's manipulations only deepened when he noticed strange occurrences, like the mysterious man installing surveillance outside his house. As he pieced together more clues, including investigating the death of Billy and the cover-ups, He realized that exposing Sinatra wasn't going to be easy. Colin's hunches were spot on. He eventually linked Sinatra to the orchestrated deaths and manipulations. With his connections and determination, Collins was becoming the key player in this investigation, though it would take more than just instincts to bring down Sinatra. Thank you for joining me in this deep dive into Paradise Episode 5. What are your thoughts on the twists and turns of this episode? Share your theories in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. See you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned.